up, people? This is William Jones making videos about leaving religion. The purpose of the videos is to get you to think. Turn your brains on and think and use logic and reason and realize religion is fake. Now for this video, I was watching one of my people, Willi'ms, and he did a video about the slave Bible. And he did a very passionate video where you could see the emotion in him when he did the video.
It's crazy, y'all. This is fucking crazy. These motherfuckers got a slave Bible and putting it in your face. They're putting it in your face where they said they removed passages. They removed passages. They removed passages that spoke of uprising and fighting for yourself. And they removed that shit. Why? Because they were scared you were going to interpret it to rebel, to fight for yourself. It didn't fit their agenda. Come on, y'all. And this is what we pass to our kids, man. This is what we passing down to our children. This is why we go hard at religion. This is why you may say we seem angry. It's not that we're angry. We're just passionate people about waking our people up. But yes, you can understand where some anger would come from, don't you? Or you should.
The Bible was so picked that it was just to show slaves to be submissive to their masters. The religion was for people who, look, the slave masters didn't even believe that the slaves had a soul. So how would you give them a religion telling them they would go to heaven unless there was an ulterior motive? And the motive was because they wanted them to be submissive. You can't keep our people down working them 7 days a week and raping their women, which you're raping their daughters, their sisters, their wives, their mothers, and you think they're animals, but you want to keep them submissive. So here goes Christianity. And we'll give you one day off, Sunday, because you work 7 days a week because they thought they were just animals anyway. So we'll give you one day off to worship our God, which that meant was indoctrinate you with things telling you that if you be a good slave on the other side, you will get this and that, the pearly gates and whatever mansions. But that's stupid, because once you're dead, you're dead. Once you live this life, this is it. This is it. People are wasting their lives on religion and the dogma and the doctrine. When you live this life, this is it. If there was a such thing as ghosts, where are the ghosts of all of those slaves that were mistreated, not haunting anyone? Where are they? They're not here because they don't exist. There should be slave ghosts everywhere. If people were done wrong, they should be ghosts everywhere. We're not seeing that, because once you live this is it. Okay? And so Callie did this video. He was very passionate because I totally understand the brother. He feels it. I mean, he poured his heart into this video. And a slave Bible. And they got the book, How to Make Your Negro a Christian. How to make Negroes Christian. Think about this. And today, see, that back then they rejected this stuff. But today, black folks defend this stuff as if Jesus is real. Jesus didn't defend you in slavery. Jesus didn't defend you during the civil rights. Jesus doesn't defend our youth when they're getting pulled over by the police now and getting killed. Jesus has never done anything. At what point do you realize that this is all mythology? It's a trick and it's not real. It's not real. You can say, oh, Jesus is real because of your situation, but all these children that are getting abducted and put into sex trafficking, and all these children being molested by clergy and all of this stuff. Where is God? He doesn't care. You know why he doesn't care? Because he doesn't exist. You're believing in some false entity that has never been there because it doesn't exist. It only exists in your mind. And you're mad when people resist your God because your God is you. You're mad because they're rejecting you. You can't show a God. Oh, you gotta feel it. You gotta feel it. You gotta open up your heart. And see, when people who have read the entire Bible, we don't fall for that mess. I was an apostle in the church. Oh, no, you wasn't real because you didn't believe it, so your relationship wasn't real. That's the stupid stuff you have to say to protect what the foolishness you believe. You got to say that about me to protect you. See, I can be real and say there is no God. There is no Jesus. There is no Satan. And the Bible is fake. I can say Holy Ghost ain't real. Oh, you're blaspheming the Holy Ghost. You can go to hell forever. Ain't no Holy Ghost. It's lies. It's lies. And you can't prove none of it. All you can tell me is to feel something or some experience you had, but the experience is not, what's the word I want to say? It's not consistent. It's not consistent. Like I say, if you go to McDonald's, you order a #1 Big Mac meal, you should get a Big Mac with a fry and a drink. If the next person order a #1 Big Mac meal, they should get a Big Mac, a fry, and a drink. If another person order a Big Mac, they should get a Big Mac, a fry, and a drink. This person shouldn't get a quarter pounder, fry, and a drink. They shouldn't get the chicken sandwich and the fry and a drink. When you order #1, you're going to get a Big Mac, a fry, and a drink. And that's consistency, no matter where you go. And no matter what you believe. Yeah, I don't believe in God, but you will get a Big Mac, a fry, and a drink. I'm a Muslim. You will get a Big Mac, a fry, and a drink. I'm a Hindu. You'll get a Big Mac, a fry, and a drink. That's consistency. If you could do that, then you got a case. I know somebody that got healed. Why you don't know everybody that got healed? Because it's not real. You only know a couple of cases, and the human body is designed to fight off things that are trying to kill it. So if you got somebody, they had cancer, and they went back and the cancer was gone. There are different types of cancers. There are cancers that move real slow. There are cancers that move at a normal pace, and there are cancers that move real fast. So you can't say, well, they got healed of cancer. The body is designed to heal itself. If they got healed, did they change their diet? Did they stop eating all the acidic things that fed the cancer and they went to an alkaline diet? Did they do that? Did you ask that part? Because if you got cancer and you're eating acidic foods, you're feeding the cancer. But if you start eating live foods and alkaline foods, you'll starve the cancer out and it will die. Did you do that? Talking about Jesus. If that was the case, then why do we have hospitals? There should be no surgeries, no treatments, no medication if the Jesus thing was real. But it's not. It's not. And how long, in 2019, why do you want to believe this myth? Because if your family member falls out, you're going to call 911. You ain't going to call the pastor. You ain't going to call the bishop, the prophet, the apostle. You're going to call 911. And when they're at the hospital and the folks have done the natural work, then you're going to call the other folk and they're going to come in there praying like they did something. When the folks who spent years in school, who got student loan debts they got to pay, and insurance being a doctor is handling the real situation while you sitting there doing this thing, and this is really doing something. That's doing nothing. Absolutely nothing. Come on, people, wake up. It's 2019. China right now is shutting down Christian churches in their country. They're shutting the churches down. They are arresting pastors. They are knocking down the churches, and they are burning the Bibles. And everybody like, oh, it's the end of the world. It's been the end of the world 2,000 years, 3,000 years. But even before the Bible was written, it was the last days. Before Revelation said it in 300 CE, they were saying it was the last days way back. And here we are in 2019 still hollering, it's the last days, and the last days ain't came. Yeah, it is. It's the last days. It is not the last days. Come on, let's wake up and get away from this foolishness and watch China in about 10 years after they get folks away from believing in this mythology that benefits nothing and leads to absolutely nothing. Watch how they come up. You're talking about the largest continent on earth with 1.3 billion people. If we can get those Christian people to stop believing in this mythology and focus on the science and focus on technology and do things what we can do, wasting time on some Peter Pan stuff. Watch what they're gonna do. That's what we need to be doing in America, is shutting down these churches, knocking them down, getting rid of this. And there's no such thing as a pastor, a prophet, apostle. It's not real. Let's come into the real world and get rid of this mess. It's foolishness. Come into the real world. Call apostle such and such. No. 911. You're going to call somebody who has some real knowledge in the real world, and you're not going to call your fairy tale pastors or whatever. Come on now. Let me get out of here. I'm out of here. Peace.